Hey guys, I'm working through the beginner level bots on chess.com and trying to show you, hopefully, how you can beat them. So the next one we're still at the 250 level, and we've got Fabian, who has started against me with pawn to h4. I don't know if I've ever seen that in my life, but let's see what happens. Okay, so it's a poor move. It's a poor opening move because it doesn't allow his bishops to get into the game. It doesn't allow his queen to get into the game. Any of these pawns could have been more helpful. So normally these are the ones that you should be thinking about moving, sometimes the c pawn as well. But this lets me now get a start in the game. So I'm going to play e5. And we've got a kind of a reverse Scandinavian going on now, which is funky. I'm going to accept. If queen captures, then I can... Okay, he's offered another pawn. Well, I will keep eating pawns all day long. And he's brought a piece out into the board. Well done. Okay. I'm going to develop my bishop with a pin. So pinning the knight on the king. Now this knight cannot move. And... Okay, so he seems to be pushing pawns down on the king side. So I might now want to think about maybe castling on the queen side, but let's have a poke at this pawn and see if he notices that it's undefended. Okay, he does. And now I'll just push my d pawn, so now I've got two pieces looking at that pawn. He's actually got two pieces defending it now, because after he's moved this pawn forward, the queen is also defending it. Okay, so the point here is not to rush. Take your time. Tread carefully. It's the same with all the bots, really. Okay, this is interesting. So now move the queen forward, so the knight is still pinned, but now it's the queen that would be under attack. So it's no longer an absolute pin. On the previous move, when the knight legally cannot move because you cannot put yourself in check, that's an absolute pin. It cannot move. Now, the knight could move. It's still technically pinned, but it would lose the queen. The queen would then be captured. Okay, so it's not an absolute pin. It wouldn't be an illegal move, but it would just be a stupid one. Okay, but now the queen has moved. This pawn is no longer defended twice. It's now only defended once by that bishop. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to capture, and I'm going to capture with my undeveloped bishop rather than my knight, which is already developed. Okay, so now he's moved his bishop all the way back to its starting blocks. So looking at this now, white is very far behind in terms of developing his pieces into the board. Right, so I've spotted a little tactic here which I could use, which would be to bring my knight up there. It's attacking this knight and attacking the queen. Now, this knight, as we've already said, can't really move because then the queen would be captured. I also want to castle, but let's have a play at this first. The queen doesn't have that many squares to move to. Okay, he's missed it. So I get to capture the queen, and there we go. And now what do I want to do with my knight? I think I'm just going to keep taking material. That seems like a better idea. And now my knight can escape out to here. Super. Okay, let's castle. So I've now got, what, 2 minor pieces, he's got 3, and I've got a queen for a rook. Oh, I've still got 2 rooks, yeah. Okay, so I'm a queen, I've got an extra queen and an extra pawn. A couple of pawns. Right, so materially, we are doing well. I'm just now going to frustrate him. I'm going to play solid, sound chess. His king hasn't castled, mine has. Okay, let's just push forwards there. This is all fine. I'm going to grab the bishop. I'm up in material, so exchanging pieces always makes sense. Nearly always makes sense. Okay, so now I can capture the rook. And I'm just going to come back here. See if the knight wants to exchange itself off. No, but I do, so there we go. So now you can see that my material advantage here is becoming a lot more pronounced. Okay, he's grabbed a pawn, but I'm not worried about pawns. I'm worried about kings. And let's just grab that, or shall I? Yeah. Okay. So you see these blundering pieces all over the place. So all you need to do is not play as badly as him, and you should be all right. So, how to win? Just grab a pawn. I think maybe knight to here, and think about trying to capture this pawn with my queen. Okay, that's a check. And now if I capture that with my rook, then I'll move my rook up to a1, and that will be checkmate. There we go, checkmate. So, like with the other ones, Fabian rated 250. So this is a beginner's level bot. He will throw away material. You just need to make sure that you don't. Simple as that. Okay. So hope you've found this useful. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. See you soon.